Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Deborah Marlo claims she bought her estranged brother a plane ticket to visit, but he used it to go see friends in Miami.
All rise.
Joe Marlo says he found out his overbearing brother was coming, and that was a deal breaker.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Marlo versus Marlo. Ms. Marlo, you are suing Mr. Marlo, your brother, for $550, it says here. You say that you paid for some airfare for him to come visit you, but he went somewhere else. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
And Mr. Marlo, you say your sister didn't tell you some important information, so you just changed your flight.
Yes.
All right, brother and sister, what happened here? I'll start with you, plaintiff.
Like you said, I paid for him to come visit me and my family. He hasn't met my entire family yet, my kids, my husband. I paid for him to come out to see us for Christmas. We haven't seen each other in 10 years.
10 years?
10 years, 10 years.
How many years are you guys apart?
3. He's
All right.
3 years younger. He's the youngest.
Okay.
So I called him up, asked him if I could pay for his plane ticket so we could come out and meet my kids. He said yes. I bought the plane ticket. Day of, he flew to Miami and saw his friends on my dime. And I just want that money back. I wanted to see.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a receipt for what you paid for the ticket?
Yeah, I do, right here.
Let me have all of your evidence and
Okay.
I'll walk
I have
through
a
that.
text message too here saying,
And I'd like to see that as well.
saying, hey, I bought the flight. Is that cool? He said,
Yes.
yep. I said, I'm excited. And he,
Here's your trip confirmation receipt for $550 for his flight
yep.
from LaGuardia to Phoenix. And on your phone, you have, hey, Joe, about to book your flight. Just wanted to confirm you're all set to come here to Phoenix from December 23rd to December 27th. Yep, all good to go. You can book, thank you. Yay, so excited to see you. Well, it doesn't get any clearer than that. You're coming.
That's correct. I was fully planning on coming back to Phoenix after 10 years to visit my family, but I had one very specific condition. And I was told that that condition was met and that I wouldn't have to see my eldest brother when I went back to Phoenix. I was very specific about that.
So you're saying there was a condition here, and where is that outlined? Because I don't see that here where you say, yep, I'm good to go, and make sure, what's your older brother's name?
Mark.
Make sure
I
Mark
have a
ain't
text-
there.
I have a text message right
Oh, you
here.
did say that?
Yes.
All right, well, here.
And this was before.
I'll give you Ms. Marlowe's phone back, Sean, and I'll take.
So this
Mr.
text message was
Marlowe's.
before the one that you just read from her.
Hey, quick question, you say. Who's all gonna be there for the Christmas party? Who's all gonna be there? They have that joke online that's like what black people ask. Who's all gonna be there? And I always ask that. Everywhere I go, who's all gonna be there? I know that's right, Mr. Marlo, okay? Let me know before I show.
Exactly.
You say the usuals. Cousins, Grandpa, Tony, Grandma Carol, Brandon, and Edith. Sweet, so no Mark, right? Thank God, I have no interest in seeing him at all. And then you write, Ms. Marlo, correct, Mark will not be there. Okay, so that's clear. So you did express that you did not want him to be there.
Right.
However, you didn't really say, I'm not coming if he is, or just know if I see him, I'm leaving. If he's there, don't buy me this ticket. You didn't express anything like that.
It's one of those things in our family that's understood.
What's the issue with you and your older brother?
Well, my older brother is kind of the ringleader of the family. He's the one that kind of calls the shots. He runs the family business. He's the one that gets everybody together for church on Sundays and does all the family events.
Is that why you haven't been around in 10 years? Because he kind of runs the family and you don't want to be bothered?
Specifically, I mean, it's a whole family issue. I always felt like the black sheep of the family growing up. I always felt like I was on the outs because I didn't want to be in the family business. I wanted to move to New York. I wanted to get out of Phoenix. And they never supported my lifestyle interests, my career interests, my religious beliefs. All these things pushed me out of the family, and Mark was the one leading the charge
So
to get
you
me
marched
out.
to the beat of your own drum.
Right.
Coming up,
Was there something inside of you that said, maybe if I do this, if they see each other, maybe this whole thing could be squashed and maybe we could just be a family again and everything just work out? Were you looking for the after-school special happy ending?
and later,
She wasn't making sure it was functioning to the best of its ability or up to code or up to standard.
Yes.
And she didn't tell you you couldn't use it.
Yeah, she did
What
not
happened
say
to your
I-
equipment?
It got damaged.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with a dispute between Deborah Marlo and her brother Joe Marlo over a holiday reunion that didn't happen.
You don't feel valued, and somehow there creates distance. So it sounds like, Ms. Marlo, as the sister, you were trying to bridge that gap. Were you trying to do that? Is that why you were paying for your brother's ticket? Was it really because you were trying to get him to come to a family function, but you knew good and well that your older brother would be there, or was your older brother just a surprise show?
Our older brother was a surprise show.
So what happened?
So I texted him. He asked if Mark was going to be there.
We saw those texts.
Yeah, and I said no. And then we bought the ticket. And then the day before he was to fly out, Joe was to fly out, Mark was like, hey, I'm not going to Seattle. I'm going to come to Phoenix instead and spend it with the family.
And did you tell Mr. Marlo, because you knew from the text messages he doesn't want to be bothered with that. I know you'd already bought the ticket. Was the ticket refundable or non-refundable?
It wasn't that it was non-refundable.
What was it?
It wasn't refundable. Or it was refundable. I bought the insurance. Of course I did.
Okay, so it was you could have gotten your money back.
Yeah, but I didn't want to have the argument over. I wanted to see my brother. I haven't seen my brother.
You wanted to see your little brother.
I wanted to see my little brother.
But you knew he didn't want to see your older brother.
And
was
I
there
also-
something inside of you that said, maybe if I do this, if they see each other, maybe this whole thing could be squashed and maybe we could just be a family again and everything just work out? Were you looking for the after-school special happy ending?
I mean, of course I want them to get along. Of course I would love the after school, but I'm realistic. And I thought, he'll show up, I'll explain, it was a surprise, I'm sorry, I'll do my best to
So how did you find out,
mediate.
Mr. Marlo, that your brother was even coming last minute where you changed the ticket?
Right, that's the thing that really set me off is I got no warning. I had to find this out myself when I was in the cab going to LaGuardia, looking on Facebook, scrolling on Facebook. I see that Deborah has been tagged by Mark, who I blocked, but it still showed up because I'm friends with Deborah on Facebook. I see that Mark is like, oh, I'm so excited to come back to Phoenix and surprise my sister.
Oh, good old social media, honey. What?
And so I'm in the cab going to the airport, and I'm like, I told her, this is the deal breaker.
So then you what? Go to the airport, change your ticket, and go to Miami?
Easy as that.
And do you call her and tell her, hey, listen, sis, I just got on Facebook. I saw that he's coming. I'm not coming because I made it clear, and I can't do this. Did you call her?
We did talk, yeah. And I don't have any real bad blood with Deborah. She's the middle child. She's always trying to play the advocate, trying to bring people together.
He's acting like Mark was like violent or scary. Mark's he's an older brother. He's a little mean, but he's not like violent and scary.
You would never understand.
He gets to the airport, changes the flight because he sees that Mark's going to be in town, and then he changes the flight, then calls me and is like, I'm going to go to Miami on your dime. Thanks, bye. So, I know that makes you feel unvalued, but it also makes me feel unvalued. I paid for you to come. My kids, we had a room set up for them. My kids were like, Uncle Joe, finally. And
did you ever say to her, listen, if you want me to get on this plane, I need you to let Mark know I don't want any problems, or either, hey, can he come at this time or I can come over? I feel like we missed an opportunity to negotiate our way through this. And I think as people, especially families, and that's why I often talk a lot about how to negotiate through relationships, because I think we get in our corners and we just stay there, and we don't understand that there are limitless opportunities in between to come up with a solution that could maybe serve everyone involved. Why wasn't there any dialogue about that?
How would you feel if the last time you saw your sibling, they told you that you were worthless, that you were a disgrace to the family, that you should leave and never come back? How would you feel? How would you feel like, even after a decade, would you feel, oh, it's time to patch things up? Because that's not how I felt.
Like you said, it's family.
I'll tell you what, that is tough. I know that was hard for you. Probably reinforced some feelings that you had already had. When you say you'd ask me if someone said I was worthless, I would probably not care, because I would know that was a reflection of how they feel probably about themselves. I'm not here, I can't solve all of your family issues now, but what I do know is this. When you made the agreement to come, that's why she bought the ticket. I mean, there was really a bargain for exchange here. There was an agreement, right? And the agreement was that you're going to come and spend Christmas with the family. But when you just say, and I'm gonna take your money now and go to Miami somewhere else and get me another vacation, you know you wrong as the day is long. Going off to Miami was the wrong thing to do, and that was a breach of the agreement. For that reason, judgment for the plaintiff for $550. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $550.
I mean, regardless of how this played out today, I'd like to have a relationship with you. My kids want to. I'm sorry it came to this.
Well, you and the kids are always welcome to come visit me in New York, but I'm not going back to Phoenix.
Coming up,
Now, we would have to now figure out, was she grossly negligent?
Your Honor, the owner knew that it was not properly placed. And I was not told-
Where do you have that in writing?
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Sofia Aguilar claims her photography equipment was damaged when the studio she rented had a leak. Riley Anderson says the plaintiff was in desperate need of a short-term rental, and the damage isn't her fault.
Good day, everyone. This is the case of Aguilar versus Anderson. Ms. Aguilar, you are suing Ms. Anderson for $870. You say the defendant's studio rental had a leak and your equipment was damaged. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, I'll start with the plaintiff. What happened? You rented what kind of space and what kind of equipment was damaged?
I'm a videographer and I work with very important influencers, and I was going to work with this influencer that I've been wanting to work for a long time. And I got this last minute call from her. And I was really excited. So I went to look out for studios that I could film with, because my client just launched a fashion line.
So you found Ms. Anderson's studios?
Yes.
And you rented it?
Yes.
For how much?
For $250 per day, and I was using it for 2 days.
All right, do you have that agreement?
Yes.
Let me see it, please. Will you
take
hand
the
me your
whole folder
entire
here.
folder of evidence? So what happened? How did your equipment get damaged specifically? What happened to it? You did your photo shoot with the influencer. I see a piece of evidence here where there are issues like with the light rail up top, a crack or something I see.
Yes.
What does a light rail do specifically? What is the purpose of that?
The light rail is typically would be fully attached to the ceiling. In this case, it wasn't fully finished, which is why I didn't want her to use it. It would typically be attached, and that's where you would hang the lights on.
Did you ask her, will you need to use the light rail?
I did not.
And did you tell her you may use only the space and do not use the light rail?
I said she may use the space. I did not mention anything about the light rail.
Coming up,
I hanged my own lights because, as I said, I did bring my own equipment. And as you can see, the light rail is there. I paid for a space.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Sofia Aguilar, who blames Riley Anderson for her ruined photo gear.
And so what made you start using the light rail, Ms. Aguilar? At what point did you decide in your process, did you hang something from it, hang lights? What did you do?
Yes, I hanged my own lights because, as I said, I did bring my own equipment. And as you can see, the light rail is there. I paid for a space.
Now, let me ask you this, because paragraph 7 of this agreement says the owner shall not be liable for any injury, loss, or damage to persons or property that may occur on the premises during the rental period. Now, even if the light rail was functional, if it was functioning, you're saying she was negligent because she wasn't making sure it was functioning to the best of its ability or up to code or up to standard.
Yes.
And she didn't tell you you couldn't use it.
Yeah, she did
What
not
happened
say
to
I
your
could.
equipment?
It got damaged. It got water damage, and it could no longer be used. I tried
And
to
how
turn
did
it
the
on.
water come out? Did something leaked through? That's what your suit
Yes.
says. So water leaked through that light rail.
Yes.
Now we would have to now figure out, was she grossly negligent?
Your Honor, the owner knew that it was not properly placed. And I was not
Where
told
do you have that in writing?
that it's not properly placed?
Oh, because you're saying she said to you it wasn't finished.
She didn't specify the light rail, and the
No,
light
it's not
rail-
about specification. I did hear you testify that the light rail wasn't fully finished.
Right. There was a couple things that weren't finished. That wasn't fully hung up yet. It wasn't ready to be supported with the kind of weight she put.
Did you have a sign on that?
I did not.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
That space was unoccupied. It wasn't.
So you went in a huff and rented the space because she needed it in a huff, and you did not tell her in the contract that the light rail has not been secured. That's problematic because what if the light rail had fallen on her head? You rented a space where the light rail was not in place, and you know that.
Correct.
So that lends itself to being grossly negligent because you didn't put a sign up there to say that. This court doesn't really have any choice except to hold you liable for the camera equipment because you just admitted in open court, hi, my name is Ms. Anderson and I was grossly negligent. Judgment for the plaintiff for $870. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $870.
I just wish I would have never rented a space to her.
I just think that you should be more careful about what she offers and to not take advantage of people who are in a desperate circumstance.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.